that time of the year again, admissions. And while all the fear, anxiety and nervousness may be the same, the process has changed. Instead of multiple interviews, all symbiosis colleges would now have a common admissions process with the GDs now being replaced by the written ability test. So, what should you expect? What should you do? We, the members of the Aspirant Relations Team at SIBM Pune, set out to ask these questions to the renowned and experienced faculty and the students here. Join us for this series of videos for Admissions 2014.
We are here today with Colonel Sunil Brijkrishan. He is a faculty over here at SIBM Pune and has over 13 years of work experience in teaching and consulting in the management field. We are pleased to have you over here, sir. So as part of this series where we'll be asking faculty and students about the interview process in SIBM Pune this year, what can you tell us about the change in the interview process that is happening this year?
This year, with the ability to write having become one of the criteria for selection, I look at it in a different perspective.
Okay.
My perspective is that in a GD, what does a GD really do? It showcases your ability to firstly stand out from the rest of the maddening crowd, so to say.
Yes.
It also showcases your ability to put across points which others may not have.
Yes.
My experience has been, because there is a panel which looks at a GD selection, so I may have a particular view about a person,
Yes.
others may have a different view about him.
Yes.
But in the overall perspective, I have also experienced this, that many a time, some of the also ran.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look at from the written ability test part of it, now the entire thing changes her whole perspective.
Yes,
I would look at the WAT as a notch higher than the GD, only for this simple reason: you have nobody to fall back on to help, and you're left all to yourself. So number one, the trick to get over this is write neatly, legibly is the word, sequence your thought processes, come up with something very innovative so that the person who corrects it knows that this is the candidate they're looking for.
So what are the qualities that you look for in an ideal candidate that will be appearing in an interview?
Passion. The first and foremost thing I look at is, when I look at a person and he enters an interview room, the first thing that I look at is his face. Once I've looked at his face, I look at the face and I immediately read that face, and it tells me how passionate is he about the job. Honestly, to me, an interview is a wonderful example of you to showcase you as a person. I don't believe in put-ons. If you put on, you put off. But when you look at it from that aspect, I look at a term which is hyphenated, it's called self-belief. If you believe in yourself, then I will believe in you. So when you enter an interview room and walk in and say, "Good morning, sir," to me, my entire thought process works and starts from the moment you have knocked on the door, put your first step in, said "Good morning, sir," and walked in. I observe every bit of your anatomy. And that tells me, number one, by watching the spring in your step, the smile on your face, the warmth of your handshake, I tell myself, I think I need to spend a little more time with this guy. So I look at people from this end.
Sir, now this is a question that is faced by a lot of candidates, that how does an interviewer differentiate between a work experience candidate and a fresher candidate?
Honestly, I really don't look at it from the differentiation point of view, because in symbiosis, we are not going to look at people and select them only on the basis that somebody's got work X or no work X. Half the crowd that I interact with in symbiosis are young, fresh babas and babies fresh out of school and college.
Yes, sir.
I look at it from a different perspective. I look at it that if a guy has the work experience, number one, he has a little bit of that tajurba. He has probably seen the in and out of a corporate for those couple of years. Vis-a-vis a fresh young boy or a girl out of school and college who has decided that I won't take up a job because I want to continue with the momentum of education. So when I look at the pros and cons, I have rejected a lot of guys with work X, selected a lot of people who are absolutely freshers, and vice versa. To me, the candidate sitting opposite me matters.
Yes,
Not how fresh he is, how fresh he tries to get, or how much work has he done, or how much experience has he got.
Thanks a lot for this interview, sir. It was very enlightening for everybody who's watched it, I'm sure.
Pleasure.
Thanks a lot for everybody in the Aspirant Relations Team.
Wish you well and wish all your team well, and may the best guys get into the best institute in the world.